Good morning team, welcome back to another day in the life vlog. In our last one, I started off in the park. Where do you think we're going today? Because it's pretty much the only place that we really can go. However, Axyl has requested this today. I have so much to show you, to tell you. So very excited. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Maria. Hello, welcome. Please subscribe to the family, to the community. I post all about living in rural WA countryside. We live 2 hours outside of Perth. So if you're interested in seeing the Australia that you don't see on social media, then you're going to love this. I have a video coming out where we're doing a drive through of Mora, which is where we live, because it hasn't been done on YouTube in about 7 years. And it really needs a little bit of a fresh perspective on things, because we didn't have high expectations when we moved here. And then when we came here, we were like, oh my God, like there's so much more going on. And it has taken us some time to adjust and settle. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and lie. It has taken us some time to adjust, but to say that we've only been here for about 3.5, 4 months, I actually need to work out how long we've been. It genuinely feels like we've been here for years. So if you like that sort of content, family life, that sort of thing, welcome. Now let's get into the vlog. We've just found a monster truck that someone's left on the sand, and now Axyl's absolutely buzzing. So this is where I told you a week and a half ago that we've moved Ella to a new school. Also, the parrots are just on something. They're obnoxious. Anyway, they're so freaking loud. We were moving Ella to a new school and I was really apprehensive about it, etc, etc. It has turned out to be hands down the best decision that we've made. And there was a few different things going on. I'm going to make a separate video about this because people have asked me why, you know, the full reasoning of taking her out of school. But yeah, it's been the best decision ever. She's got a new best friend and she lives literally right next door. And they've had so many play dates, and she comes to ours after school. And they stand on their trampolines at the end of the day and try and talk to each other over the fence. It's so cute. I can't do it. She's had a brilliant week and she's excited to go to school, and they've been doing testing to see if she should be in the year 1 or the year 2 classroom. So I will also update you on that, because I believe they are putting in a meeting with us this week to talk about that. So again, I'll do a second sit down video and go through that whole situation, because I know that that's going to be really helpful for other parents to look at as well, especially if you're coming from the UK to Australia, where the curriculum, you're probably going to find that your kids are feeling like the work they're doing is stuff that they've already done, and you know, you'll want to know, should they be in the year above or whatever else in Australia. So yeah, we're just feeling really good. And now he's climbing up with his monster truck. Guys, we're hiding in the pantry. We've just come back from the park. FYI, I just met a Scottish person. A Scottish mum with tattoos and a child the same age as Axyl. What are the chances? Right. Oh, my head is reeling. I have so much to share. Ella's dental situation, if you've watched any of my YouTube shorts on this, took her to the school dentist, which was 2 hours drive away. Got told she has an infection in her root and a small cavity. The tooth needs to be removed, which I am going to question, because she did have a small cavity once before, and in the UK they just did a filling in it, because if they take the tooth out, they have to then do more work to make sure that there's space for the other tooth to come through, etc, etc. So I'm just going to ask them, is it a potential that if the infection's gone away because we've had antibiotics, can you just fill the tooth rather than remove it? Because it's not a massive cavity. It's really like a small section. It's not a massive situation. Got told that she needs a tooth removed. They won't remove it in the chair because they think that her anxiety wouldn't be able to handle it, it'd be too traumatic, etc, etc. They want her to be able to come back to the dentist when she's older. I was like, okay, fine. Can you do a referral? Yes, I'll do a referral to the Perth Children's Hospital. Then I got a call the same day. Calls me. They're not going to see her because they said she doesn't have any facial swelling and the infection that she has isn't causing any discharge or additional problems. And I was just like, so can you give me antibiotics? No, they won't give her antibiotics either because it's not causing additional problems. I'm like, for God's sake. So I had to beg my GP to get antibiotics for Ella, which has massively helped with the pain that she was experiencing. Didn't think anything of it. We're still in the waiting period with her health insurance. She told us we'd have to go private to get this covered. I then went through different paediatric dentists, got quotes from anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000+. I was like, mate, I could literally take her back to the UK, see family, go to the shops that I love, bring a whole bunch of treats back, and it would be cheaper. and have her tooth sorted in the UK. So we said we'll leave it until, because the pain's gone away for her, we'll leave it until her healthcare kicks in, and then we can get it done privately and not have to pay this astronomical fee to get it done. Just had a phone call whilst we were at the park, missed it, got a voicemail, rang them when I've got back. Hi, this is such and such from the Perth Children's Hospital. I've got a date through for Ella to have her tooth removed if you want to call me back. What? I got told that she couldn't be seen, that they refused to see her, but because they put the referral in, it's going into the system regardless. And she just called me saying, yeah, we can get it removed next month, the start of next month. I'm just confirming, blah, blah, blah. Manifestation is so real, y'all. On the subject of healthcare related things, the other update that I had, or the thing that happened, Axyl fell off the trampoline in the garden after school. Mikey and I were moving the new sofa into the cinema room, and he was out with Ella and he went to get off the trampoline. Ella didn't realise that he was trying to get off, was still bouncing, and it knocked his balance and he fell over. I heard the fall, ran out. He was on all fours, completely dazed, staring at the floor, could barely lift his head, and oh my god, the fear shot through my body. Picked him up. He was like, Mum, I feel sick, my head hurts, I want to go to sleep. I was like, you've got a concussion. Knew immediately he's got a concussion. Took him straight to A&E, which we are very thankful and lucky to have, that we have the hospital in A&E in Mora. Less than 5 minutes later we were in A&E, and we waited 15 minutes, took us into the room, the observation room, and they were like, yep, okay, let's just see, like, do some observations. He threw up twice. I was just like, oh my god, no, my baby has a concussion. What if he starts seizing? What if he's got a brain bleed? Like, all these things are going through your head, because I've never ever seen him that impacted by a fall. Like, I have seen that little guy often tumble everywhere, constant, and he always bounces back, and he did not bounce back after this. Mind the pun, he's just fallen off a trampoline, Maria. And I was just like, no, this isn't good. And bearing in mind, when I was 8, I had a head injury, got epilepsy for the next 10 years of my life. So I was like, I know what can happen. I know that we're waiting to see if he takes a seizure or not. Which was then confirmed to me by the doctor. She was like, no, because he's been sick, he's fallen asleep on you. He's saying he's tired. Like, we're going to keep him overnight for observations. So I was like, right, no problem, fine. Immediately, Mikey went to get a bag for us, change of clothes, etc. Took us up to our room. It's like the fastest A&E experience I've ever had in my entire life. So we were there overnight. Thankfully, he is okay. He's had a couple of extra symptoms, like the same things. He's not been sick anymore. He didn't take any seizures. However, he's still very much like, we were in the car going to Perth to go to IKEA at the weekend, and he kept like putting his fingers in his ears because the radio was too loud. He's like, Mum, it's too loud, it's too loud. And it was literally on like 2. It was not loud at all. So I was like, he's got a real sensitivity to noise at the minute. He was saying that he was really tired. He's like, Mum, I need to go to bed. I want to go to bed. But they told us, like, if he wants to have naps and things, that's fine, let him nap. And yeah, he's been a little trooper. He's had boob non-stop. Just needs extra comfort. I'm glad that everything's okay, everything is fine, and you know, the worst case scenario that I was fearing never happened. The doctors were like, we're so happy, because if that had happened, he would have needed a CT scan, which would have had to go to Perth for. And I just thought to myself, oh my god, driving 2 hours down to Perth to the hospital to get him seen after all of that would have been a nightmare. I probably had been telling Mikey that we were moving because we weren't going back tomorrow if I had to go 2 hours to get something from my child. Everything was fine. We came back on, it was a Thursday night that happened. Friday morning, Mikey got his form covered and period 1 covered, picked us up from the hospital, brought us home, we had a nap, and just took it easy, and everything is okay. He's fine, thankfully, but oh my god, absolutely terrified. Also, from a cost point of view, that emergency cover like that is covered on Medicare regardless, so we just got like a printed sheet of his notes, and that was it. Like, there was no here's a bill or anything. Like, we gave them our Medicare number when we filled out the forms when we checked into the hospital. So yeah, everything was just really smooth. Like, we didn't have to think about anything like that. The nurses and doctors at Mora Hospital are genuinely some of the nicest that I have met anywhere, and I've got my fair share of experience with hospitals, like I've said, being a sick child and all the rest of it. So cannot thank them enough. So you won't actually recognise this room because this is what our cinema room is starting to look like. Let me show you. We've got these posters up. We're waiting on a delivery for this last one. This is what we just did at the weekend. We got the IKEA collection. It's with the legs. Put these along here, and all of the kids' toys have now got categories. So like all drawing, crafty stuff's in the top, and then different categories for toys. And then we've got electronics and games, card games, board games, etc. in there. This is our little projector that we've got that then goes all on this one big wall here. We've got the sound bar. So the sound bar, we just need to buy some screws and wall plugs and just put it along there just to kind of sit on a little picture ledge. We need to hang this picture, and we put some lights on the back as well. These were just from Temu that I showed you in a previous vlog, and these look amazing. So if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll show you what this looks like at night because it is so cozy. And lastly, we've got our brand new sofa. This is the cloud sofa from Comfort Style. We have one of these in Mora, and this is where we bought our other sofa that's in the living room. This is like a modular sofa, so it's all individual pieces. You've got this middle piece, right-handed chaise, left-handed chaise, and it is, honest to God, it lives up to its name. It is the comfiest thing ever. And we just sit here and we just chill, and it is so nice. Just thinking it's like the perfect backdrop for vlogs or like sit down videos. You know, if I just have a desk. Look at that, how good is that backdrop? Do my work. I actually think I'm going to get a fold out table and chairs because I used to just work from that in the UK when I gave up my office space when Axyl was born. And I just think this is such a nice little backdrop that I'm so excited to decorate for Halloween, Christmas. We're going to swap out all of the movie posters so that it's themed as well. We've got Monsters Inc. coming and Lord of the Rings. And for down here, I've ordered a rug from Temu, which I will just put in this little section here, but this is just from the kids' playroom. It's like the foamy one, and I'll probably just put this in their bedroom actually. This is our games room, so we've got all of our card games and then some of our board games. FYI, if you've not played this, get on it. It is really fun. And the kids have got magnetic darts and stuff. We've been teaching Ella how to play drafts, and it is so fun. So we're just in this collecting board games era at the minute. I've just ordered her an Uno, but with the Sanrio, Hello Kitty and Chromie characters on the front, so I'm really excited to see what they're like. We are back in the car, and where are we going, Ella?
We're going to my dancing club.
Ella's first dancing day! Whoop whoop whoop! So it's at the town hall, I believe. So we're gonna go there. It's on for an hour, and then we'll come back and Ella will have her dinner. And we will report back, and Ella will let you know how she finds it when we're finished, okay? She's so excited! Look. I can't look at the other kids. So what did you think? You liked it? What was your favourite part about it?
The teacup.
No. So are you happy to go back next week? Yeah?
No, I want to go this week.
I know, it's only one day a week though. So I've just got the kids to bed. Mikey's just put Ella to sleep. But we've also booked our 2-night stay in Perth for Ella's dental surgery. So because we're obviously in the countryside, we're having to drive down and book 2 nights because the way that it works when a child has dental surgery is they need a consult the day before, and then they come in for the procedure, and then they need to be near an accident and emergency for 24 hours after they have the surgery. So we're going to go down for the consult on the Thursday. The surgery will then be the Friday, and then we drive back on the Saturday. Mickey's booked the 2 nights in the hotel for that. We're going to stay at the Ibis Styles in East Perth, since the hospital is Nedlands, which is like sort of southish Perth. And then if Ella's feeling up to it, we'll go to the zoo on the Saturday. But that's where we're at. I'm so glad that it's getting sorted, but it seems like a lot just to get a tooth pulled out. I think obviously it's a lot more because we're having to stay 2 nights in the city, whereas if we were just local, then we would go in for the consult, go home, come back. We wouldn't need to stay an extra night because we'd already be near the accident and emergency anyway. So it just feels like it's more because we're in the countryside, but we're glad that it's getting sorted and that I won't need to think about it anymore. We haven't told her yet because I don't want her just having unnecessary worries about it until like she needs to, so we'll probably tell her like as we drive down to Perth. But yeah, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to do a sit down video talking about the reasons that we moved Ella's school just in a little bit more depth for the people that have been asking, and I will see you guys in the next one.